Hello, welcome to today's yoga teachings. Today we are focusing on the Bellows breath, known as Bhastrika Pranayama, and this is a style of breathing that helps to purify the different levels of our being. Remember that in the yoga practice we are focusing not only on the physical, but also on the energy, the emotions, and the mind. And this is a very powerful practice for building heat in the body, activating the navel chakra, which is related to the element of fire. And with that fire, the energy rises. And this is one of the fundamental principles of our Tantra yoga practice, the sublimation process of taking the energy from the lower chakras and moving it into the higher energy centers, especially the third eye and the crown, to activate higher levels of consciousness. As this energy moves up, it's transmuted and transformed into something more refined that we can use for expanding our minds, our consciousness, and even opening our hearts. So this is part and parcel of the Tantric yoga practice. Now when we do this, there are several different stages, and I'll guide you through a few different stages, and it's up to you to do your practice and see what works for you. The very first stage is just placing the left hand on the navel and the right hand on the center of the chest. This helps us to understand and feel that as we breathe in, we're breathing in and out through the nose, and as we inhale, the belly expands out like a balloon. And as we exhale through the nose, the belly moves back to the spine. The chest is not involved at all. This is why we keep the hand here, to make sure that the chest is not moving. So the beginning practice looks very simple like this. Inhale, belly moves out. Exhale, belly to spine. And you start with a few gentle rounds like this. Nice and slow and gentle. No need to force anything. Now, as you move through your practice, always listen to your body and your mind before you listen to the teacher. It's very, very important to feel that you are doing what's right for you in this moment. You don't want to move faster than your capacity is ready to go. Now, after you do this a few gentle rounds, you can try with a little bit more intensity. With more intensity, we build more heat and more energy moves up. But it's also moving more energy so that it could create a sense of dizziness. So you might just want to start with 10 rounds of gentle breathing and then see how you feel. Now, if you're ready to go to the next level, it will look like this. Using a little bit more force and just pumping the belly in and out to help move that breath and energy up into the higher centers. That's round 2. And when you come to the end, you relax the hands down, first finger and thumb, relaxing on the legs. And after each round, we have what's called an awareness phase. We close the eyes and we observe our internal state. This means that we are aware of the physical body, the energy, the emotions, and the mind. This is the true practice of yoga, self-awareness, always observing all the levels of our being in this present moment and experiencing the transformation as it's happening. So you can do one round of just 10 breaths, see how that feels. And once you get confident and comfortable, you can go to 2 rounds or 3 rounds. And eventually, over days, weeks, and months, you can build this up. Maybe you do 20 breaths for 3 rounds, then 30 breaths for 3 rounds. You get the point. Take your time and gradually build your practice with intelligence. Another way to do this is to bring the hands up. And as we inhale through the nose, we reach up, fill the body with energy. And as we exhale, the hands come down into fists, breathing in and out through the nose, and this helps to pump the energy as well. It's different than just using the belly, but it also is very effective. And it looks like this. As we start slowly inhaling up, exhaling through the nose, hands down. And we can do several rounds like this, nice and slow. And just like last technique, there's 2 stages. You can start slow, and when you're confident, you can go more intensely, and it will look like this. Then we slow down again for the last 3 or 4 rounds, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose, nice and slow and gentle. And the last round, we exhale and release the hands back to the legs, first finger and thumb together. And we allow the body and mind to relax for the awareness phase. Gently turning our awareness to the internal state, observing and experiencing the transformation as it's happening. The other way that we can do this, the final teaching for the day, is if we inhale, reaching forward, and exhale the hands back into fists. So it's the same movement as the arms going up, but now we're reaching forward. Starting slowly, we inhale, fill the body, then exhale through the nose, hands back to fists. And we can do this for 3 or 4 times, or longer if this is the level of intensity you're comfortable with, or you can go more intense, like this. We can do that about 10 times, again, listening to your body. And we slow down for the last 3 or 4 breaths, gentle, deep, full breaths. And after the last exhalation, relaxing the hands to the legs, first finger and thumb together, eyes closed, focusing on the awareness phase, observing what's happening inside. And remember, when we do these practices, we keep the eyes closed during the practice itself to keep this internal awareness. Yoga is the journey into ourselves. We spend most of our time looking outside. Take this opportunity to really understand and experience your inner world. You can do this on an empty stomach. Best to do it before eating in the morning. It really helps to fire up the energy for the day, or at least 3 to 4 hours after eating. And you're welcome to try this and see how it goes. Good luck with these teachings. Namaste.